Good morning. 2-26. Removal of the carriage return operating mechanism. It is the shaft that goes straight down here. But to do that, you also have to remove the manual unshift mechanism. And what this does is this moves this, comes all the way over here, and push the button. So, alright, let's get started. 1. Remove the manual unshift lever link. Parrot 2-67. 2-67. Disassembly of the manual unshift mechanism. 1. Remove the manual unshift push button and hexagonal nut from the manual unshift push button link. Okay, this is the manual unshift push button. Here is the hexagonal nut, and this is the manual unshift push button link. Spool 4. So I'm going to get some oil on it. In case you're wondering about the bird sounds, I have 6. They are bantam cochins, so they were had to drive all the way down the hill to get them, and I'm just trying to build my flock back up. 3. Remove the 2 machine screws and lock washers and remove the manual unshift push button bracket mounting plate. Okay, the next step is step 3. They didn't give a step 2, is to remove these 2 machine screws from the unshift mechanism push button bracket.
Take a trip, you always get my goat. I like trains and buses, but you like a ferry boat. Well, the next time we go traveling, ships are out, and I declare, you go your way, I'll go mine, I'll meet you over there. You take a boat for yourself. I'll go by train by myself. If you can't fly in planes, ride in buses or in trains, then
4. Remove the manual unshift bell crank spring from the manual unshift bell crank and from the bell crank mounting bracket. This is the manual unshift bell crank spring, and I have to remove it, and I will say it is very rusted. I'm not sure I can get this thing out without breaking it, but we'll give it a shot. Unfortunately, a lot of the springs on this are rusted. So, that's what it is. Ooh, that was easy. Okay. I got it off just by pushing a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to reuse this, but
to take a little craft out in the middle of the ocean.
So hopefully I can find the supply. 5. Remove the retainer ring that holds the connector link to the manual unshift bell crank. Remove the connector link and the hexagonal nut from the manual unshift lever link. pull the manual unshift lever link through the opening in the function side of the teletypewriter. 5 is to remove this retainer ring from this connector link to the manual unshift bell crank.
If you like briny seas, rolling waves and ocean breeze, then go pay a ship for yourself.
Just a note, I'm going to go ahead and slide this on. And I'm going to put that retainer ring back on there. For safekeeping. This is the manual unshift lever link. The next step is to just slide it out. There we go. It's hitting the camera. Just slide it out. Little note, I put it all back so that it stays together. 6. Remove the retainer ring and the manual unshift bell crank. 6 is to remove this retainer ring and the manual unshift bell crank. So, see if we can get this done. Nice and easy. Keeping an eye out for any washers. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here for safekeeping. 7. Remove the 2 machine screws and lock washers. Remove the bell crank mounting bracket. This is the bell crank mounting bracket, and I need to remove it. And it's these 2 machine screws. Put on for safekeeping. Okay, we're back on the removal and replacement of the carriage return operating mechanism, and we did step 1, which was the unshift lever link. However, we're encountering a bit of a problem. Part 2 says to remove the horizontal carriage return link, and part 264 is the code ring cage disassembly. And it really is not making any sense, so we're going to skip that and move on to part 3, which is remove the 2 machine screws and lock washers and remove the assembled carriage return operating mechanism, which are these 2 right here. Another mistake that they have is they only list this as bolt 1, and for number 2 they have the washer, and I think it's supposed to, but they call for bolt 1 and 2, so we're going to go ahead and do both of those and see if the whole thing pops right out. Well, that's promising. The whole thing shifted. I think the whole thing's going to come out. Feels kind of loose. Alright, let's give it the old tug-a-roo. Ho, 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 ho. And the whole thing just popped right out. Woo. Well, that felt is a concern, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out and look for any... Nope, no washers. Okay, the felt is going to be on there. Because I am stripping the frame, I left those bolts off of there and I put them in the bucket. That was pretty easy. Alright, thanks for watching. Good night.